Welcome to the Full Potential webinar. I'm Sensei Gilliland, and I've got 20 questions that will help you unleash your full potential. So if you're ready, let's get some writing tools. I need you to write this down. We're going to use this more of a homework assignment so that you can write these questions down, ask yourself, and go through it completely to find out where you're really at in today with your potential, if you are lacking in certain areas and flourishing in others. So let's get this started. Know there is more. Know there's more to have, there's more to do, more you're capable of, more you want, and what you're meant for. Then it's the time to unsheath your full potential and get it. What's the number one tragedy? Maybe it's not how much you make, your martial arts rank, or where you come from, but that you can reach your full potential. Anything else is really a wasted life. So how do we live out our full potential? Reach it, protect it once we're there, and elevate it to go even further. Well, it's not about being too young or old or IQ or capital. It's not even being about having all the answers. Reaching our full potential is about asking the right questions. No matter whether you're still trying to discover your purpose or here to learn how to maximize your wealth and earning potential, you giving philanthropy or to boost your business and create an empire of legacy that will live on for centuries. We are about to jump into 20 questions designed specifically to help you to your full potential. See, there are 6 keys to living a successful life and reaching your full potential. You've got to really want it. You've got to have the passion and focus and the drive. But you also have to know what you really want. You must have a goal. That begins with asking the right questions. And that's what we're going to do here today, right now. The second key is to really commit. Commit to the goal and being your best. It will take effort and trying new things, but is also so worth it. So be sure that you choose to commit. Number 3 is discipline. Discipline to see it through, to show up for training, even especially when you don't want to and you have plenty of excuses. Show up when it rains. Do the exercises when it seems pointless and it's raining and you're tired. Hold strong when it's tempting not to do it. That's what separates those that are successful long term from everybody else. Number 4 is accountability partners. You might be able to do great things on your own for a while, but you can only go so much further and faster. It's always better with others. Just like going to the gym or a new martial arts class, that may be with a coach, friends, or your co-students on this webinar. And that's what we're creating here in this group, is accountability. Number 5 is having a great mentor. I was a junior Olympic athlete in martial arts and ranked one of the best in the country for several years in a row. From my experience, I can tell you that I wouldn't have achieved that without my own instructors and teammates. The same goes for all professional athletes and business moguls. To reach full potential within the time we've got, we all need a coach or a mentor to help us make those big leaps. Number 6, having an awesome coach, access to the best information, and simply being mentally or physically strong or talented isn't enough. We've got to be coachable. It doesn't matter how great a coach you find, unless you are coachable, and that is the real number 1 trait of the successful. So be sure to write that down. Still, it all starts back with knowing what you really want and asking the right questions. So what are the questions we should be asking to kickstart it all? Get your note-taking tools ready. Don't be lazy. Let's write them down. So question number 1, what do you want? What do you want more of? Where do you feel you have more potential but haven't hit it yet? Is it in health and physical fitness? The time to spend with people you love? To be able to do more or to help others? To grow your business? To be a better financial position? All of those things, you must be specific with your goals. Give yourself those specific goals to shoot for and make sure you tag a timeline to it. Number 2, what do you want most out of this webinar? I find that whenever I go to a conference or a meeting or network, get together, maybe some other event, it's always best if you have clear priorities. So before I get there, I already strategically planned out what I'm after. As an example, I want to get one solid tip on, and you fill in the blank. I want to build my cash buyers list. I want to find money for my next flip. Whatever it is, you make sure you define it and you go in there with strategy. Number 3, what could you use help with? Is it still determining your purpose, defining path to get there, mastering a specific skill? Number 4, when you are most stuck, will that return you back to action or make you run in the other direction? What do you need to hear to be triggered back into action mode? Just because you get stuck, fall into a pitfall, trip over a hurdle, doesn't mean you stop moving forward. What is it that you need to hear to be triggered back into action mode? Number 5, if you trusted someone enough to tell him or her how to really manage you most effectively, what tips would you give? Do you respond best to fear and avoiding pain? Or being praised and inspired to move up? What are some specific examples of that? Get to know yourself and relay that information over to your coach so they can help optimize you. Number 6, what skills or knowledge are you developing? What are you strong at? What skills or knowledge have you committed to improve in this year? What action steps have you taken towards that? Have you signed up for training or joined a mastermind group? What skills, what knowledge are you developing or currently can start developing? Question number 7, what accomplishments must, in your opinion, occur during your lifetime so that you consider your life to have the best satisfying and well-lived life? A life of a few or no regrets? What do you need to achieve? Number 8, what are you really most passionate about? If you can do anything in the world, what would it be? Travel? Helping others? Serving? Spending more time with the family? Investing more? Building businesses? We don't want to just put it all up in our head. We really want to find that one particular niche that we have a great passion and desire to do and start planning from your starting line to your finish line. Number 9, what do you consider your role to be in your local community? Do you have a role in your local community? What about in your country? In fact, what about the world? Everyone should have a role. What that may be, that's up to you. but we do need to contribute to society, don't we? Number 10, if you could devote your life to serving others and still have the money and lifestyle you need, or would you do it? Honestly, if you can devote your time to serving others and still have all the money that you want and need, would you do it? And if you would, what would it look like? Number 11, write down 2 to 3 things that are really working well for you or have paid off well over the past year. We might want to come back and revisit those 2 to 3 things to move forward with our current year in the future. Number 12, if you had a 5-year goal and you had the continuing services of a coach to help you make it happen and money were not an issue, what would that goal be? Yeah, you probably got a lot of things running through your mind right now. I find, unfortunately, most people want things, but they never set a goal to those wants, and those wants become wishes, and it never happens. How sad is that? So put together that 5-year goal. Get help if you need putting together that 5-year goal. Start making the progress. Get the coach to help you move forward and structure it. And ask yourself, what would that goal be? Number 13, what's missing in your life? What would make your life more fulfilling? Honestly, a long-lasting fulfillment, not a short-term fulfillment. People always think of material items. No. You buy something, whether it's expensive or not, it's all shiny, looks new, it's brand new. You enjoy it for an hour, you set it down, park it, whatever it may be, you forget about it, and you're on to the next search for the next material item. That's not fulfilling. That's a very sad life. What's missing in your life? Think about that. Write it down. What would make your life more fulfilling? Question number 14, who are the significant people in your life? People that you would list at the top. That would be something that you need to really consider of who the most significant people are in your life. And are you truly making them a priority? Are you investing your time into these people like you invest time in watching TV or your business or social media? We all fall short, don't we? But we all need to make that a priority. Number 15, what does success look like? Think about it. Think about a time when you were operating at peak performance, when things were going well for you, you were on the top of your game. You were pleased with what you were doing and accomplishing. What was going on? Who else was involved? How did you feel? This is no time for modesty. You need to tell it like it was. Number 16, do you believe in God or in the concept of a higher power? If so, describe the most useful and empowering aspects of your relationship with God. If not, what reference point do you use? And do you use that reference point on a daily basis, an hourly basis? 17, who can you turn to get help that would help you get to the next level and achieve what you want most? Who can you turn to right now to get the help that you need to scale to the next level and to start accomplishing these short, mid, and long-term goals? Could it be your spouse? Maybe a pastor? Do you have friends that are very successful in business that you can start mingling more with? Maybe it's events. Do you have a coach in your corner telling you what you should be doing, what you need to do to keep your guard up, to move a little bit more, to breathe? Who can help you? And seek that help. Number 18, what good habits you can implement this month, even though we're halfway through the month already. What good habits can you implement this month to take you closer to your full potential? See, habits are created. Good habits and bad habits. And bad habits are created typically just off the cuff, right? And good habits, we have to focus and put our mind to it to create it. It requires a little bit more work. But you need to focus on your good habits that you can implement and inject a little bit of steroids into to grow closer to your full potential. Number 19, what next step you need to take, or most important, one thing that you can do to get to your goals and start living at your full potential? What is that one thing, that one step that you need to do right now to get started? Don't think about it. Write it down and do it. And number 20, are you operating at your full potential now? If so, what are you going to do to ensure that you stay in that position and keep growing? If not, what are you going to do about it to get to the position that you want? If you're like me or any of the other greats in your favorite sports, business, or philanthropy, or you will undoubtedly benefit from having a great coach on call and setting up a regular coaching program. I do offer a variety of trainings through Black Belt Investors on business, marketing, investing, as well as one-on-one coaching. I'm also happy to refer you to the best trainers and coaches if I'm not the best fit for you. Though my clients are going to tell you that you will get many times the return and results than with many other coaches. There are several types of coaching I offer. In addition to the wealth planning, consulting, and real estate investment training through Black Belt Investors, I also provide on-demand coaching and annual coaching programs. Clients can either use this for regular monthly check-ins and power sessions to fuel them for moving forward, or getting a second opinion and high-level expertise to craft the new battle plans, evaluate opportunities, and hack their way to success faster whenever they need it. Then there is the Master's Program. The Master's Program that I've been offering for the last 18 years, which is an intensive 3 days in your market doing real estate deals with you. Me and you in the streets making things happen. It's the fastest way to really make big leaps in your your finances and your lifestyle. So to reach your full potential, we've covered these 6 key successes. Know what you want. Define it. Have clarity about it. Commit to your goal. Be sure that you implement the discipline to see it through, whether you're tired or lazy or come up with another excuse, because you cannot deposit excuses into the bank account. Number 4 is accountability partners. I think we all know that we can work a little bit stronger and faster with accountability partners. You cannot pick a professional athlete out there, whether they're best at their game, and tell me they don't have accountability partners, because they have several. So get yourself a great coach that will be in your corner to help you succeed. And remember, I told you the number one thing is for you to be coachable. You have to be coachable. There's no point of trying to scale a business with a coach if you're not going to listen. You have to listen and you have to do. Now, we went over the 20 power questions that will empower you to launch forward. You can get a lot of clarity on what you want and the best next steps by answering the questions we just covered. If you didn't get them all filled out, take the time now, today. Take the time today and carve out the time now to think about them. It's the best time you can invest and the best ROI on your time you can get all year. And everything you want is on the other side of answering the questions I gave. Then take the immediate action on your next step. And I can't wait to see what you do with it. I want to see you reach your full potential. I want you to share with me reaching your full potential. I hope you've enjoyed this webinar. I know that you'll get a lot of value and progress out of it if you work the questions and follow through with immediate action. But let's help each other go a little bit further in life. For coaching, check out the options that I have on this page of blackbeltinvestors.com/coaching. Thumb through it. Won't take very long, maybe 2 to 3 minutes. Anywhere from a free strategy session for those that have never acquired one, to one-on-one hourly coaching, to session coaching, to live training in the field coaching. I've got something for just about everybody covering business and real estate. Guys, the only way it's going to happen is if you make it happen. You need to put your feet moving forward, and you need to seek the talent, whether they're nearby or far away, that can help you reach your goals. If I can help, go ahead and check us out right there on that page or give us a call at 951-280-1900. Guys, God bless you. And I'm going to send prayers your way that everyone on this webinar today is going to seek help and move forward with their endeavors to reach your full potential.